Collective. Let's get into a reading. Sorry, I was in between readings and I was reading something. Some of you could be having storms here coming up, and you might notice that there's going to be an interruption, whether it's interruption in your schedule, interruption in your power, interruption that you are going to be inconvenienced by, okay? Some of you could be having a doctor's appointment or something being canceled or rescheduled, and that could feel like an inconvenience as well here coming up. All right, let's see what's coming in for you. Let's see. You're going to notice it's really dark. It's late. I just got done watching a movie. It's called Under Paris. It's a shark movie. And I don't know why. Okay, we were just in Florida when all the shark attacks happened. Surprised we weren't one of them because we found ourselves swimming with hundreds of fish at one point. Where there's fish, there are sharks. And I don't know why, but I'm watching this movie. And this movie's called Under Paris, y'all. It ended, and I was like, wait, that's the end? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Yes, they did. I was so mad. Like, this is how you're going to end this movie? So I decided to do some readings to make me get over it. So there could also be something that you're trying to get over. Yep. The universe could be pushing your emotions and feelings up to the surface, though. Okay? They could be telling me here that you are at a place where you're kind of stalling when it comes to energy and momentum, and you need to get out of that energy of being complacent. There could also be something here where they're wanting you to face your fears when it has to do with maybe being different, being unique, being misunderstood. Okay, so in the past, there could have been an energy here of falling out of love, recognizing that someone was not a wish come true. Some of you could have recognized that a relationship that had challenging times, the challenging times weren't ending. You could have also recognized that you were at a place in your life that it didn't feel magical. But that could have also pushed a lot of emotion up that maybe you didn't want to deal with. Remember, I was just saying in that movie, I was getting agitated. So there could have been something that took place in your past that made you very agitated. This could be falling out of love with life, not seeing the magic anymore, not seeing the beauty. But this moment in your life in the past could have made you become aware of the dynamics that you had in your life. And then it could have maybe pushed you into a place where you had to face your fears. Some of you, your fear was someone telling you that they loved you, then showing you that they didn't. Some of you, your fear was falling for someone and then having to get over it, feeling like that is your only love. Some of you, it was letting something go that wasn't what it seemed to be because this person was not a gift to you. But you could have felt like they were a wish come true and you just wanted it to become reality. But that discomfort could have pushed up a lot of things that you didn't want to face, maybe even fears. Very interesting. Current moment, I see you seeking more in your life. I see you managing your resources and maybe even recognizing that you have got extremes. So, the extremes could be 1 week, you're like, I'm not spending any money at Starbucks, we're not spending anything. And then the next week, you might spend $500 on just bull crap. That could be something here that you're also getting control over. I see here in your current moment that you have started a spiritual quest. And I see that that spiritual quest is leading you to make changes. Changes in your life. So this could be changing who you're paying when it comes to your bills. Maybe you're changing your phone company. Maybe you're changing your insurance. Maybe you're changing your home. Maybe you're changing your memberships. You know, I thought I needed that membership. I don't anymore. I'm getting rid of it. You're changing things. What used to be priority is not priority anymore. And a lot of you, you're seeking more. You want more. I'm seeing in your current moment, you are surrounded by people who think a lot alike you. People who have the same like-minded as you. But I'm also seeing that you could have too much going on. So you could be working too much. There could be people expecting too much from you. They are saying that if you are too stressed, if you have too much going on, or if so many things are being thrown at you, recognize that you are not the victim, that you need to take responsibility for maybe overextending yourself. This could be working 2 jobs, having to take care of family members, having to take care of yourself, but then you also promised that you would go over here. Recognize that, yeah, you might have overextended yourself. You might have put too much of yourself into stuff this summer, this month, this week. I'm also seeing here coming up that there could be rapid changes taking place in your life. What are the changes? So whatever the changes are, you need to make sure that you respond intellectually, not emotionally. You also need to take the time to review your options carefully. So here coming up, there's going to be a choice that you need to make. And you need to pay attention to the choice that you're going to end up choosing to do. So, okay, let's back up. Let's say that you get an opportunity to travel. This is a last minute, hey, let's go out of town, let's go here. You might have too much on your plate. You might then say, oh my God, I would love to do that. But then you might find that although you took the decisive action to do it, you could have made that change or that choice very suddenly. And although it's something that you love to do, you might love to show up for people that you care about, you might love traveling, that it might actually put you in a place where you feel like you're stressed, that you have too much going on, that too much is being expected from you. And then you're going to kind of feel entrapped, when in reality, those are choices you made. And they're saying in order for you to see that things can be different, you have to recognize that you had the choice to begin with. Here's an example. I know of a lot of people who will say, well, all I get are these crappy butt people or these crappy jobs. Okay, but when you notice that that person's crappy like your ex, or they're a narc, or they're a liar, or they're all these little things that you want to label them to be, at what point were you going to take yourself out of the situation? You can claim that you were stuck, you can claim that you were all of these things, and I'm not saying that it wasn't true, but I am saying that 9 times out of 10, we tend to not want to look at the truth of something, because if I'm not responsible for it, it isn't my fault, I'm the victim. Being the victim's not going to get you anywhere, especially if this has to do with your money, especially if this has to do with you overextending yourself and then not having enough time or hours in the day to fulfill it. I'm also seeing here in your current moment that you could be learning something new. So you could be starting a new career altogether. You could be learning a new subject. I don't know why, but I'm thinking of like palm reading. This could be maybe an art class, something that you're interested in. For some of you, this could be a hobby. Some of you, this is just a subject you're interested in. Example, this could be something as simple as, I'm obsessed with gators. I now know everything about gators. I'm obsessed with, I now know everything about that. Some of you here in your current moment could be becoming kind of infatuated with something that you're interested in, whether it's an animal, a way of life, a time in history, something that maybe someone does across seas, maybe it's a lifestyle, maybe it's a documentary. You could be doing that as well, okay? But again, make sure that you're not multitasking so much that you don't even recognize that you're tired. You know, like when you're working, and you're like, no, I'm fine, I'm not tired. But then after 3 weeks, you wake up one day, your head's pounding, your throat's hurting, and it's like it smacked you in the face. Yeah, you weren't tired the past 3 weeks, but you're tired now. And it doesn't matter how you don't want to be tired. It doesn't matter what you need to get done. You're done because you're burned out, you've done too much, you're stressed, you're exhausted. I'm seeing that as well. And I'm seeing that if you're at a place where you're like, but I'm going to sleep 3 hours, I'm fine, I'm invisible. You were not. Okay? They are saying that there could be a way that maybe your family or people who give you advice live that could be beneficial to you. So there could be something here where you need to kind of go back to what you were taught, or something that you maybe got rid of, whether it was a lifestyle, a thought process, and see if you maybe can incorporate it into your life. An example would be, maybe you grew up and your mama couponed. Maybe when you become an adult, you're like, I ain't gonna coupon, I don't need a coupon, that takes too much time. Why you gotta hate on coupons? It might be beneficial for you to coupon. In your life, you were taught that couponing was beneficial. As an adult, you might have felt like it was boring, it took much time, it was exhausting, but now you could go, wait, I understand the benefits of my mama couponing now. I understand that there was a method to her madness, and the method was that she could save $5 and then take that $5 and put it in the savings, and we could make it 10 by the end of the year. Mama had a method. Some of you might need to do that. Now again, this could be something as simple as, my parents taught me to not ever borrow money. Now in this day and age, you're taught to borrow money, but maybe you were taught way back when not to. And there's a part of you that's adapted to the new way of lifestyle, but then there's something inside of you going, but if it worked for mom and dad, maybe it'll work for me. Maybe I should try it. We were really like-minded. We always wanted to live, maybe retire early, live a good plush life. They had a method to their madness. I need to figure that out. And you could really dig into that and recognize that maybe you rejected it right off the bat because you were like, nope, it ain't for me, but maybe now it is for you. That could be for some of you. Now in your future, they're saying that you need to have personal power and assertiveness when it comes to how you are treating others. I just heard it isn't what you say, it's how you say it. There's also something here where somebody might be asking for your forgiveness, and they're saying show compassion, because during that time, during that phase, you realized that you were stronger than you knew. So some of you could have someone in your future asking for forgiveness, and they're saying recognize that that person taught you that you were a fucking lion, and without them, you might not have known that. So I mean, what's a little bit of forgiveness? It doesn't mean you have to let them back in. Doesn't mean you have to trust them. Doesn't mean you have to give them the world. Forgiveness is for you, not them. I'm saying here that you need to stay assertive when it comes to a new start. There's something here where they're wanting you to trust yourself and push yourself. So I don't know if this is a career. I don't know if this is starting school in the future, and they're saying don't quit when you get tired or when you're tired of studying. Keep going. But there is a leap of faith that you're going to need to take, and it's going to take strength and courage. This could be remaining consistent in something when consistent isn't ideal. This could be a relationship in the future where you're going to feel the need to take a risk, to take a leap, and you're going to need to remain assertive, and you're going to have to really allow your kindness to shine. You ain't going to be able to be hateful. Well, you can if you want. But they're saying that there could be a part of you that needs to recognize that taking a leap or giving someone the ability to have a new start with you, or giving yourself the ability to have a new start, is strength. Going into something not knowing what it's going to be is strength. That takes courage. That takes cojones, if I ever knew one. I don't even know what the fuck that word means. Okay. They're also saying in your future that you need to remain impartial and objective, because you could have some sort of change in your life here coming up where it's time for this to change, but it might require you to break free from things that you don't want to. Here's an example. So here coming up, you need to remain impartial and objective. Something's going to change and you might not be ready for it, but you need to recognize that this change is needed. Let's say that you've been procrastinating moving. You've known you've outgrew the place you've been at. You have procrastinated. You've remained impartial. You've remained objective. But something might happen to where you live might get sold. Heaven forbid, something might happen to where, okay, nobody can live here for 6 months, so you're going to have to go. you might not have seen it coming, but it could put your butt in gear to go, okay, I've been procrastinating moving because I'm tired of being here anyways, but now I really have to make it a priority. Same if it's a car. Here coming up, there could be a change where you're going to have to make changes. And you kind of don't see this coming. This could be a car that you know is on its last leg, but you've been praying with your fingers behind your back. Please don't break. Please don't break. It's going to break when you least expect it. And it even might put you in a predicament where you're like, great, now I got to go get a new car. I've been procrastinating. I knew I needed a new car, but I didn't want to go get a new car. That could put you in a place where you're then going to have to go do exactly what you procrastinated not doing, even though you knew that tower was going to fall. You knew that it was time for you to go get a new car. You knew that that car was on its last leg, that literally God himself was keeping it going, but you were just taking those good graces. It's all right, Jesus, keep it going. And he's like, no, time is up. This car has got to go. Same again if it's you needing to leave a job, you needing to move. You have been procrastinating a change. You have been procrastinating a tower from falling. But I don't want that change. I don't want us to break up. I don't want to leave this job. I don't want to get rid of this car. I've had it for 20 years. And the universe is like, exactly. You've had it for 20 years. Exactly. There's 5 of you in this 2-bedroom home. Exactly. Let it go. It's time for you to release something that's no longer meant for your future. This is old. This is something borrowed, baby. Give it back to who needs it, okay? This is not meant to be yours anymore. They're saying that as long as you remain truthful, honest, and you have integrity, everyone's going to win. So here's an example. Let's say something bad happens and you find out that they're selling the house that you live in. You've rented this house for 5 years, they're selling it. You might get annoyed. You might be like, well, I wanted to move, but whatever, now you're selling it, I'll buy it. You might then go have a conversation with them. Okay, you've been procrastinating moving anyways. This might be a good opportunity for you to buy that house. You might go talk to that person you've been renting from and they might tell you exactly why they're selling it. Well, you know, mama or daddy died. Well, you know, we're really hurting financially. Well, you know, we're getting older and we can't keep doing this. They're saying, try to see that person's side. If it's a business closing, try to understand their side. If it's, again, a landlord selling out, try to understand their side. And try to recognize that, yes, this was unexpected, but it's time for you to be set free. Whether that is you staying there and taking over the mortgage, you getting a new job completely because the doors are closed, you going and buying a home because your apartment complex is no longer an apartment complex, they're tearing it down for some odd reason, something of that sort, okay? And again, they're saying, trust yourself and have faith that a new start is possible. You're going to have to make a choice, and the choice, you're going to have to show personal power and you're going to have to be assertive. There is no, what should I do? If someone comes in and goes, hey, listen, you got 30 days to get out. We done sold this place and I think they're moving in. You got 30 days to make a choice. You don't got 30 days to procrastinate. You buying a house, you renting a camper, you moving in a motel, what you doing? And the universe is saying, entrust yourself when it comes to what you want. Have you been wanting to buy a house? Is this your time to do it? Because if so, why procrastinate? Why go move in that hotel and go, well, I don't know. No, go try it. Have personal power, be assertive, and go, wait a second, maybe this is the universe pushing me into the predicament where I'm going to have to put my money where my mouth is and go after what I say I want, which has been that house. So I'm doing it. And then I see you're going to recognize that you are stronger than you knew. And I think you're going to be really proud of yourself. So that's amazing. All right. I had a really bad headache, so I'm going to leave this here. Have a blessed day.